Listen up, cluckheads.
You're listening to Whiskey and Whine
With Rooster and
the Madman, where we talk about common sense, current events,
the Constitution, and
morals, while comparing drinks of yesteryear to drinks of today.
So sit back, relax, leave us a comment.
Here comes Whiskey and Whine. Yes, I just don't know if y'all have been keeping up or not with the whole NASA and the James Webb Telescope.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool pictures I've seen come out of that stuff.
Yeah, amazingly, one of the pictures that we still all want to see is actually Epstein's client list.
Wow.
It's not gonna help with that one.
The jokes don't kill themselves, and neither did he.
Jokes don't commit suicide on their own.
All right, Cluckheads, let's get this thing going.
All right. Welcome back, Cluckheads.
You know who we are. You know what we do. Current events, common sense,
Constitution,
and morals.
I don't know if we're allowed to keep doing the Constitution stuff. We'll get to that here.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
So
I don't know if we can.
That's
anymore.
a sensitive topic now.
She may give us a red card.
Even
well, I'm not
morals
worried
has been
about
slipping.
the morals on the that one. There's a different agency that might get us that we'll go to later. Yeah, I'll share that surprise.
You had my curiosity. Now I'm intrigued.
So yeah.
So anyway, episode 57 this week.
5-7.
Yeah, how did you do with the Rona Part 2?
Well, I didn't really have a Rona Part 2. It's just I was around someone who had Rona. I luckily avoided her like the plague, that she had. So I managed to come unscathed and did my little quarantine time of the 5 days the CDC recommends. No symptoms. Good to go.
Good to go.
Yep.
Yeah. So you didn't grow bat wings or fangs or start developing
No, I'm still waiting
sonar?
for that because I did get that third booster shot. A few months back.
I thought that was the one that gave you 5G though.
Is it the 5G? I get so confused.
How's your phone reception been?
It's I think my bill's too high.
All right, cluckheads. So we're back. This is episode 57. So, what did you get us this week?
So, on the proverbial tap, we'll call it on this one, is we have one that we've talked about doing for quite a while, which is Devil's Backbone.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's by the Real Ale Brewing Company in Blanco,
I didn't know that they
Texas.
made this in anything besides bottles or tap.
Yeah, everybody's making the switch to cans. I kind of like it. The cans, the artwork seems to get a lot cooler.
It does,
on these cans than they can do when they're doing the bottles.
It's got a very 1950s drag racer.
Yeah, all I can figure is maybe for microbrewers, the canning ability has gotten so much more affordable that they're not forced to do bottles all the time. So I like it.
Yeah, and then the other one here is it's just a standard Blue Moon.
Yeah, so I mean when you're talking,
so we're doing Belgian ales to Belgian ales this week.
Yeah, so when you're doing Belgian ales, there's really nobody who's more mainstream than
Blue Moon. Yeah. So
it's the basic.
Am I going to be right if I'm guessing that Blue Moon's the lower end one?
Actually, they're about the same price.
Okay, well I'll tell you what, I'll take Blue Moon.
Yeah. Okay.
So Blue Moon, it's a Belgian white, Belgian style wheat ale. It is 5.4% alcohol by volume, and it's brewed with Valencia orange peels. So
Valencia sounds fancy.
I was trying to get the microphone to listen to the top, but it didn't really work out that well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do Uncle Biden's sniff test here. The Sleepy Joe Snifferoo. Yeah, you can smell the oranges in that.
Yeah, it smells.
You definitely can. It smells.
Who's
like
not had a Blue Moon?
Yeah,
I mean, it smells like Blue Moon.
Smells like a Blue Moon.
It smells just like Blue Moon. It doesn't smell like a really watered down light beer. It's got that orange zest to it, kind of thing going on.
Did you just taste it?
Morals is breaking the rules.
Is breaking the rules.
Rules don't apply to me.
This is a do as I say, not as I do type.
We're here to keep you guys in line, not the other way around.
Morals is the Biden administration right now. Just make the rules up as she goes.
Yeah, okay.
The rules are still the rules. They just don't apply to me.
Oh, so she's Hunter Biden.
All right.
So Yeah, and so we'll compare this one to, like I said, Real Ale Brewery, Devil's Backbone. The artwork is killer.
Yeah, it's got a really cool
looks
can.
like that kind of Route 66, bad beat.
It almost looks like it should be the
the
poster to like a James Dean movie or something.
So it's got that art. It's got that very tattoo,
like the American traditional tattoo type,
Satan on there kind of thing. But anyways, so it's got a
Real Ale Brewing Company.
Yeah, Real Ale Brewing. They're out of Blanco, Texas. This one is 8.1% volume on alcohol.
So wait a second. I thought that if it was brewed in the state of Texas, they couldn't go more than 6.
Well, I think it's as long as it stays in the state of Texas. I don't know the exact rules.
Or is it one of those things where that is considered an import?
But I think under the microbrew they get a little bit different rules on where they can go with it.
I know who should be able to answer that question. That'd be our morals with her American Honky Tonk Bar
she's just
Association
completely
degree.
blowing the rules
but
out the
she's
window,
just throwing the rules out the window.
Yeah.
Welcome to Whiskey and Whine with Rooster and the Madman, where the rules don't matter and facts don't apply anymore, apparently.
Yeah. Pretty soon we'll see her wearing a bomber jacket walking down the beach, bare butt.
Not exactly.
Crack pipe hanging out her mouth.
I hope it's one of those free ones that they're giving.
Let's open this bad boy up.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
See, that's one thing that you never really get out of a bottle.
No.
You don't get that pop.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the Sleepy Joe sniff test here.
Ooh.
That smells incredibly
good.
You having some issues with the can there?
A little bit.
It smells really good.
That smells completely different.
I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, I am too.
Smells almost fruity.
Now, in the past, I have had this. I believe it was at 54th Street. I've had this on draft. So I've never had it from a can, and anybody that's ever drink something from draft, they will always be able to tell that something different from
So
can.
when they say, "Would you like this in the can?" and you look around and go, "No, I'll have it here."
Yeah, I'll
I can't even yellow card that. That was good. Good dad joke. Well played, Rooster.
Yeah.
Well played.
Thank you.
Can I take it to the can with me?
Sure, whatever you want.
Whatever you want, man. It's your beer. You bought it. All right. So tell you what, let's get our cluckage clinkage on first. I introduced the Blue Moon.
We got to do Blue Moon first.
Let's go ahead and do the cluckage clinkage with this Blue Moon, and then we will get into our first topics. It's a Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. Very
Citrusy.
citrusy.
It's very citrusy, and it's a Blue Moon.
Not citrusy like if you've ever had like a grapefruit beer. Or,
No, those are horrible.
actual fruit beers, but
If you ever just want to have a reason to not enjoy your life, replace your
yeah,
morning
she sure
coffee
likes
with replace your morning coffee with green tea and replace your beer with a grapefruit beer.
yeah, she likes those grapefruit beers. She got hooked in when we went to Disney one time, and you walk around Epcot all zoned out and tired. And,
Yeah.
because all Florida smells like swamp and
Yeah.
it's hot and humid. So, but then you get to that little Germany land in Epcot Center.
Yeah, you've told
beer
us about
pretzels.
Germany
It's
land, yeah.
amazing land.
So, all right. So, tell you what, let's go ahead and get into our first topic here.
Sure.
Let's see. You want to start this? Or you want me to?
You know what? I'm going to let you. You were pretty passionate about this when we were talking about it, so I'll let you kick this back.
That's because I was clucking angry.
Yeah, you go right ahead.
All right. So, you know what?
You are the madman.
I am. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start the timer now.
Listen for the madman's anger.
So, Miss Honorable Nancy Pelosi.
I've heard of her.
Yeah. She, I'm sure that, that by now people just know how wonderful her heart is. She was the highest ranking official since 1997.
Large from all the vodka.
Yeah, it's enlarged. It's called cardiomegaly, Nancy, and it can kill you. She's the highest ranking official to visit Taiwan since 1997. Now, China still claims Taiwan as a part of China. They don't want to relinquish China or relinquish Taiwan, even though they have their own government. And
it's actually funny because Taiwan is the actual remnants of what China was pre-revolution.
Pre-revolution,
they're the ones that
the CCC.
They're the ones
all that. Yeah,
they just got pushed into the island and never conquered.
Yeah. Now, because of the U.S.-China relations, I don't know if you know this, but they're not the greatest.
Yeah.
So China didn't really appreciate, Miss Honorable Pelosi going ahead and flying over to Taiwan. So a little bit of a backstory on that is the fact that there's a computer chip shortage here in the United States.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? I mean, Morals, you're in IT and American Honky Tonk Bar stuff, so I'm assuming you heard about that.
About the shortage, yes.
All right.
That's a thing.
So Now, before this trip, the Honorable Miss Pelosi and her husband bought millions of dollars worth of stock in a computer chip company called NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I know that this is going to sound really crazy, but guess where one of the NVIDIA plants are?
Is it going to be in the United States now?
It is now, but it was in Taiwan,
Yeah.
where she was going to go visit.
But that's what the CHIPS Act was about.
Well, then the
It's to
CHIPS
start
Act
bringing
gets passed, and then amazingly, they had to sell all their stock for a loss of $341 million.
I'm going to say they sold all their stock on there because, first of all, the company they bought this stuff in is actually not the chip manufacturer itself. They're a shell corporation who does trading
that bought into the portfolio.
Of
Correct.
this company. So the fact that we have a speaker, any congressperson, but
Surely
the Speaker
that's
of the
not
House,
insider trading.
well, actually, they said you can't in Congress and Senate. You can't commit insider trading because of national security.
Yeah.
Guess who wrote that law? The Congress and the senators.
Yeah.
They said we can't lock ourselves up for insider trading.
So the CHIPS Act's passed. They sold it for a loss of $341 million. And then amazingly, Taiwan has this NVIDIA plant. And I know that's like super weird.
Yeah, it's a $12 billion plant going into Arizona.
And even Miss Pelosi had spoke one time saying that, she wouldn't want to go visit someplace like Taiwan because it's not glamorous. She would want to travel and see some other place. So it's so weird that now she wanted to go. Now, another thing that's weird is that, you know that travel costs and stuff like that, right? So,
well, yeah, fuel costs are up. So,
fuel costs are up, travel costs are up.
Flying in business class has probably cost quite a bit of money.
Well, China kind of got mad and they scrambled their fighters and they moved ships into the Taiwan Strait, and they were practicing live fire just 10 miles off the shore. And we had to protect the Honorable Miss Pelosi. So guess what the price tag on that was?
I don't know, $50-$60.
Yeah, that's close to $90 million. It cost the American taxpayers $90 million for Pelosi to go over there to shake hands and kiss babies whenever we have an ambassador to Taiwan. Why wasn't the ambassador going? That is literally their clucking job, Rooster, is to be the ambassador between the U.S. and Taiwan. But we had to send. I'm sorry, we didn't have to send.
Miss Pelosi, yellow card.
Miss Pelosi cared so much about the people of Taiwan. She had to go and,
what's her
visit
anti-China
herself.
stance? She's always been anti-Chinese. But apparently it's only when it's for profit.
For profit, I will go stand in Tiananmen Square in front of these tanks.
You did mention earlier that she went over to shake hands and kiss babies. Well, we can't. We all know we can't send Biden over to kiss on the babies.
Yellow card at Rooster.
Couldn't help it. Couldn't help it.
How old are you? 11? Talk to me after this.
So creepy.
No, you cannot yellow or red card me on that. That came directly from a speech from the president. Oh, timer just went off.
You get the look instead of the card because it was a quote.
Do the Chinese call it the Taiwan Strait?
Again, Rooster, yellow card.
I just want to know.
I don't know. I don't know what the Chinese
while
call
you're
it.
ahead.
Honestly, if anybody in the United States government really wanted to do the Taiwan,
maybe they call it the Taiwan heterosexual body of water.
I wasn't even thinking of that. But I was just saying just recognize Taiwan as a country. It's a country. Us not saying it's not a country doesn't make it not a country.
No, it's not a country. I thought you knew that.
No, it's a country.
Nope.
Taipei's a capital.
No, that's not.
Yeah, they're their own people. At their whole society.
Apparently, you have not
It's
researched.
a first world country, even.
Nope. Completely false.
Fake news.
I don't think so.
All right. What do you think about this blue moon?
It's blue moon. I mean,
It's blue moon.
you never get mad at a blue moon, but you never get, oh my God,
I was
blue moon's on tap?
man.
Are you kidding me?
I came in from outside mowing the yard, and the
blue
only
moon.
thing that I could think of that just quenches thirst is a good old blue moon
It's got to be cut.
with Valencia oranges.
If you cut it with the Guinness
I don't know. I mean, to me, this.
Wait, what? Hold up. Did you say cut Blue Moon with Guinness?
Yeah,
like-
Dark Side of the Moon.
Nope, you're getting a yellow card.
Oh, I see what you did.
No,
I see what you did. That's
you got a yellow card.
But no, I was just saying, people who drink Blue Moon
But
are
I
the
do
same
give
kind
you
of
credit
people
for
who
the Star
like
Wars pun.
invite friends over to eat from a charcuterie board.
It's a real thing. Did you
what?
guys not?
Charcuterie boards. You get the little
How about those meat plates with the hell
the meat
cheese
plates
on
where
it?
they got all the cheese and stuff. It's
Oh.
it's like I wanted a sandwich,
But I didn't want to make
but
it.
I don't want any bread. And I
All
just
the
kind of
stuff
want
for
to
the
graze
sandwich,
on it.
You just
Yeah.
don't make the sandwich.
Gotcha.
But really, Dark Side of the Moon is a thing. It's an actual drink.
I don't disagree with you. You got your American Honky
I like
Tonk
it.
Bar
It
Association.
sounds cool. I'm in.
I would
I'd try
try
one
it.
of these days.
I would try it
Yeah.
One of these days.
one of these days.
One of these days.
Pow! Straight to the dark side of the moon, Alice. All right. So what are we doing here? Oh, Devil's Backbone.
Yeah, Devil's Backbone. Let's
Devil's
try here. So
Backbone.
already got the
Already got-
smell.
Let's get our cluckage, clinkage going on her. Smells good. Crazy Uncle Joe Biden gives it 5 sniffs.
Bitter.
Wow, it is bitter.
It's hoppy.
It's got more floral and more hops in it. I actually like it
It's
though.
more like an IPA than a Belgian beer.
You
I'd probably say it's more
IPA and Belgian are not like Belgian is a place.
No, but Indian Pale Ale, it's just style of the beer. But yeah, you
Correct.
see where I'm going. This is more like
It
what
is
you
a lot
see
like
in
an
a
IPA.
Yeah,
I
more
would
of an
say
IPA
I would
than
say
Belgian
that
wheat beer.
it's a little bit more hoppy like an IPA, but it doesn't taste like you're in your backyard chewing evergreen.
No. I mean, it's good.
Well played.
So it's good. It's not what I expected. I expected a Blue Moon twice as good as Blue Moon.
I'll
I
say
didn't
that it does
expect
not
to be-
taste like what it does on tap.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be so much in hops.
Yeah.
It's good though.
All right, let's dive into the second topic and let's see what we got going on.
Yeah, I
here.
guess I'll go this time since you went last
You're
time.
gonna go this time.
Yeah. So
Okay, hold on. I gotta get the timer
get
going.
the timer going, man. Hey, you know what? It's cool. Take your time. We got like 9.5 years.
And the timer starts
And
now.
another one.
Another yellow card on that one. So, Brittney Griner,
What? Talking about WNBA star Brittney Griner?
super WNBA star Brittney Griner.
Man.
And I'm going to call her the superstar because she's the only one that I know her name of.
She's definitely getting headlines now.
Yeah, so we all know that, kind of a backstory. She went to Russia and she got arrested. She had cartridges of hashish oil in her luggage.
Now, to clarify, a lot of people are just saying she had an ounce of cannabis oil. It wasn't exactly the same because
hash oil is a little bit more potent
because
than just
the
having,
ounce
say, weed.
of oil that she had was extremely more potent. And I'll get into
Semantics, but it's not a small amount.
No.
For most countries. And in that country of Russia, sovereign nation, it's illegal.
What? You mean
Yeah.
it's illegal?
It's weird. And the other weird part is before she went there, the U.S. had issued travel warnings. The world knows that the U.S. and Russian relations are not doing really well over the war in Ukraine.
What? There's still a war in the Ukraine?
It's crazy. But she still chose to go, and she even admitted that she knew about the travel warnings, she knew about the Russian relations and all that kind of stuff. But it was a simple mistake. She didn't mean to carry any drugs into Russia.
There was one time that I was driving down I-35 and I just wasn't paying attention to my speedometer and I was going 12 miles over the speed limit and I got a speeding ticket and I told the officer that it was a simple mistake that I didn't know.
Yeah. Well,
And of course, he automatically said, "Oh, I am so sorry.
probably had you a $20 bill sent you on your way.
I'm not going to give you a ticket."
So she probably would have been better off telling the officers at this point in your scenario of speed's more of a feeling than a number.
Well, I was
can't even
going 82, but it identified as 70. It identified as 70.
But no, so she got busted. She got arrested, and she's been on trial. She pled guilty. She did come back. She said it was a mistake, and the jury came back and they've convicted her. She was convicted as of today. You know, we record these things on Thursdays. So today she was convicted, and she received the maximum penalty, which is 10 years, but she got 9.5 years because of time served already for the months leading up to the trial.
Now, you know, that being said, I think that it's absolutely stupid that they're sentencing her to 9.5 years.
Yeah, it's the maximum.
That being said, I think that it's more of a political ploy than it is an actual sentence. That they're just trying to prove a point to the United States.
Oh yeah, they're looking for a trade.
And they got one with a Russian arms dealer that's convicted of war crimes.
They're looking for a trade.
War crimes, and we're trading it for a WNBA star. But, you know, we'll just swap that under the rug. But anybody that's ever traveled, even if you just traveled across state lines, you know you have to follow the law of the land. So, you know, recreational marijuana use is great in California and Colorado. You can walk down the street smoking a joint. Great. You can't do that here.
No.
You get arrested.
They had that situation when Colorado passed its weed laws and put it in the Constitution. They had people in Kansas who were always upset, and they were actually trying to say that the Kansas State Highway Patrol was targeting vehicles with Kansas plates coming out of Colorado just to look for weed. I'm like, well, it's illegal in your state. You can't transport it out.
And, you know, and it doesn't matter what it's over. If you are in a foreign land, you have to follow
it's their
those
customs.
laws. So you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and this was completely avoidable, and she just didn't follow the laws.
If you don't want to go to a country where you can't smoke your hash vape, vape stick or whatever, don't go there.
Just don't go.
If it's that important, don't go. Now, I know she says it was a mistake because she was just getting over COVID.
Because, you know, a lot of people vape whenever they're on COVID.
Yeah, because everybody who's got COVID vapes hash oil. That seems like the smart thing to do over
because, you know, it's a respiratory
virus that kills people. And, so why not, vape?
That's what I did
narcotics.
Whenever I got the Rona, you know.
And I guess the WNBA
I just went to the cigar shop. And I got like some of the strongest cigars I could find. I was like, this is actually going to cure me of the bat flu.
Now, so I guess the WNBA doesn't have a drug policy?
I don't know.
Because if this was just a mistake and she had it on her anyways, isn't she already violating her own policies for her own job? I just find it out.
Timer just went off. So,
if they do trade for her, I wonder if when she comes back, if she's still going to kneel for
I just find it funny that, you know, she was begging the administration to help.
But she's an anthem kneeler.
But she doesn't.
And she doesn't need the U.S. She doesn't like it.
That's what she said.
She doesn't need this country. So,
all right.
Nas Vidanya. Or however you say it in comedy. Well,
I was going to say, can we see your papers?
No,
but she was using
country.
oil. She was using oil and
different
vape.
Country altogether. So. But yeah, so there's the poor WNBA. They're going to be out there superstar and probably
they're going to lose at least $1,000 over the next 9 years.
Yeah. So,
excuse me.
I'm sure it'll
that hashish oil's getting to me.
I'm sure it'll affect their attendance too. So
it might go down from like 7 per game to 6.
Well, no, Bill Burr says, I saw him on stand up recently. He said that they usually put at least 400 to 500 butts and seats out of a 20,000 seated arena.
And the Bill Burr special that's on Netflix right now is actually really funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So I enjoy it.
I like this cake thing.
Yeah, I like all this stuff.
I'm not going to.
I like anybody who push. I like any comedian, whether they're on the left or the right. If you push that envelope, I'm there with you because it's art.
Yeah, I like it.
So, So,
what do you think about this Devil's Backbone?
It's good. It's good. I would really. To me, I still think it more classifies as it should be an IPA more than a Belgian wheat.
You know who we could ask?
The woman who has no rules.
The woman who has no rules.
I'm sorry. Did I just assume?
Is it?
I know it's Thursday. I don't know if things have changed.
Don't assume.
How would you classify this with your American Honky Tonk Bar Association?
This is an IPA.
You're both wrong. It's a Belgian ale.
It is a Belgian ale because it is
correct. We can just stop there.
It's an ale from Belgium.
We can just stop there.
So that is also correct. The location that it's from is Belgium. Correct.
It is
an ale
from Blanco, Texas.
It's actually correct. From Blanco, Texas.
Belgium style ale.
You know what? We can just agree that I was right. So we can meet in the middle.
You asked how I would classify it. You didn't ask what it's classified as.
Yep.
So I would classify it
as a Belgian ale. Correct.
You're a
All
Belgian
right.
ale.
Oh. You know what time it is?
It's time to do the go backs.
Is it time for the go backs?
Yeah, because now we have to go from
I
the
was
Devil's
just-
Backbone back to the Blue Moon.
So
Okay.
sip the backbone.
Sip the backbone.
That's what I was gonna say. It's time for the
Just
go
put the backbone up to your lips, and then we're going to go over to the moon.
Relax your throat.
All the way from the backbone to the moon.
Backbone
I like
to
where
the
this is
moon.
going. Wait, I'm supposed to be morals here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surprisingly, it goes
Wow.
back really well.
It does.
That actually blends quite well.
It
Yeah.
goes very well together.
That goes really good together.
If you're looking for a beer to pair with a beer,
This is a beer and beer meal.
If you're looking for one beer that pairs well with another beer,
we recommend the Blue Moon to pair with your Devil's Backbone.
fancy. I will take 2 of those, indubitably.
Yes. And do you have moon pies on your charcuterie board?
No, but we do have some snowballs.
Sweet.
All right, you were about to say something. I cut you off because
No, it's fine. So we did. So yeah, it goes well together. So
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
So you ready to get into the next one? Because it's that time.
Oh, the next topic. What is the next topic? Oh, yeah. It's time for
the big FUs.
FUs.
Stands for follow up.
Does it?
No, it doesn't stand for follow up. All right. So, you want me to start this one? Or you
You go ahead, man.
All right. What was the first follow up? Oh, gas prices.
Praise Putin.
I mean, now the good thing is that
I got her.
gas prices, y'all. Seriously, y'all. This is what y'all clucking doing. All right, trying to be serious here. So gas prices have gone down for 48 days straight. I would like to thank Vladimir Putin.
Well, he's the only one that can affect gas prices. so
for
it has to
lowering
be
the,
him.
for lowering the cost of gas. The president doesn't have any control.
According to the president, he has no control.
But he's been issuing a lot of these tweets saying that under his administration he's getting gas prices lower, and that I just find it hard to believe that if it was Putin's fault they went up, and he had nothing to do with it, then as they're going down, then we should give Putin the credit for lowering the pain at the
If
pump.
Putin is the only person who controls gas prices globally, then he should get the credit.
Exactly. You know what?
And the
Maybe we
blame.
should give him the Medal of Honor or something.
Ooh, you know what? I wonder if they should invite him to the White House to give him the medal.
They should.
I'm not sure exactly what medal you get out of that one, but I'm sure there's
and I'm
probably the
kinda,
same crap one they gave to Oprah or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if this winter, whenever the heating bill goes up, that if that's going to be like Putin's fault, and that come on, Jack, we're building back better. But anyway, this is definitely Putin's victory.
Now,
thank you, Vlad, for lowering.
I would just
the
like
price
to
of
also
pump
say on that one that it is down 48 cents, but that's still up $2
from 2 years ago,
from where it was 2 years ago.
So that was our first big FU. It's time for one of our favorite segments. Where in the world is Kamala Harris? So, Rooster, do you know where she's at?
Is she on a border?
Kind of.
Sweet. One of the 4 borders, huh?
So, especially,
Maybe Hawaii surrounded by a border.
you know how Governor Abbott's under fire because he was threatening to deploy the National Guard because of the border crisis, right?
Yeah.
So our border czar, who hasn't been back since June 26th of 2021.
Yeah.
She's in Martha's Vineyard.
Why she didn't go back? Didn't she solve it?
I think she did.
Yeah, I mean that's what.
But
they're sending them. They're putting them on buses, sending them to D.C. now.
And
in Baltimore.
and the mayor of D.C. doesn't like it.
No, it's
But
weird. They don't like
you know
it.
what? Especially because this inflation bill just got passed, and it's all about climate change. I've got to ask you a question. Why do the presidents and vice presidents keep going to Martha's Vineyard? Isn't that really close to the ocean?
Yeah, I think it's.
So if it's close to the ocean, with all the climate change and the glaciers melting, won't it just get flooded? It'd be underwater?
Well, you'd think, but it's kind of like when the Plymouth Rock.
Oh, yeah, because
The actual rock itself.
is still at sea level
It's still at sea level.
from 1620.
Yeah. Still.
Oh, I know what it
still
is.
sea level.
Whenever you have climate change because they can't call it global warming anymore. Whenever the climate change happens, it goes around all the important oligarchs in power.
Oh, that's probably. You know what? She's probably at Martha's Vineyard just checking to see, is it okay?
That's probably what it is.
That's probably where they're taking their measurings of sea level.
And she goes up to the ocean and she's like, "Ocean, I'm Vice President Kamala Harris.
And
I am wearing a black suit. I identify as a she/her, and I am now going to take your water levels. It is at 6 inches."
Shouldn't she ask for the permission to take those water levels?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she knows what 6 inches looks like.
Well, and see, and I was going to attack it the other way and say you're saying that a woman can actually say what 6 inches looks like.
So our next topic.
Well, there's the biggest misconception about the whole inches thing is on the measuring tape when you use that measuring tool is there's the CM, which stands for correct measurement, and then the I for incorrect number.
First off, you must have been hanging out with DJ Shane Guns too much because that's what they use over there in the dungeon area. So
now I got a weird rash last time I hung out.
All right.
All right. So, do you want to talk about this next topic?
Sure. So
the next big FU.
So yes, kind of a warning, kind of a FU kind of thing. So Project Veritas, those who are familiar, they get leaked documents from all different kinds of companies and government agencies and stuff. And I actually got
so you're a conspiracy theorist.
No. I actually reviewed the document that was provided by the FBI.
I hate to say it, but the conspiracy theorists are ahead like 18-0.
Yeah.
Now.
So the FBI actually got leaked, and it's their actual training pamphlet or document, if you will, on how to spot a violent extremist in the United States, probably white supremacists, things like that. Because that is the number one issue against America right now.
Yeah, would you share what some of those are?
Yeah, so just for you guys, this is kind of a public service announcement, so I want everybody to be on the lookout.
You are a kind and you are a giver to the community.
If you or anyone you know has a Gadsden flag. That's the don't step on snake flag. Don't tread on me.
No
step on snake. That's the snake that says don't tread on me. If you have one, you might be a violent extremist. It's starting to sound like a Jeff Foxworthy joke.
So I love Marvel comics. So what about like my Punisher shirt?
Oh no, sir. The Punisher, the logo itself means you're a violent extremist.
Oh.
So
okay.
you can't enjoy the Punisher or any of the comics. Sorry, John Bernthal. I know you're.
Oh, but surely like my Betsy Ross flag is okay.
You'd think, but no. The original United States flag made by Betsy Ross, the 13 stars and the 13 stripes, that too is the sign that you are a violent extremist.
Oh, okay. Well, at least like my Come and Take It flag of Gonzalez guitar
you might
and
be
my shirt.
It might make
you
a
tattoos.
good Texan, but it makes you a violent extremist.
Oh, so now I'm a violent extremist because I have the flag of Gonzalez.
Yeah,
okay.
So that one's out. That one's off the thing too. Any quote of the Constitution whatsoever could make you a violent extremist.
So I just want to make sure that.
So does that mean we're no longer allowed to memorize it in school?
No, you can memorize it. You just can't quote it.
I don't know if they're going to teach it in school anymore.
So here's my question. So whenever it comes to, like the Constitution and stuff like that, considering that the government just had to redefine what a recession was, are we going to just redefine, like quoting the Constitution?
Probably they're going to redefine what being a patriot is.
Oh, gotcha. That makes more sense. So, then what about, like companies like Grunt Style?
No, you're done.
Black Rifle Coffee
No,
Company.
they're all going to be because they're going to have all of the things out there.
912 United.
They're going to make you a violent extremist. I mean, you're going to unknowingly buy a
Relentless
fun T-shirt
Defender.
That's going to make you an extremist.
Gifted Chicken.
Yeah, that company's probably going to make you an extremist too.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. What about the Tree of Liberty? Because that's a direct quote.
No, the Tree of Liberty or any tree symbolizing the Tree of Liberty is also. Violent extremism. Also, quoting any of the founding fathers.
That
would be violent extremism.
Naturally.
Yeah. What else is there?
What about the 3%ers?
Yeah. So if you are in the 3% or you show the 3%er logo or emblem, is a
So anybody
violent
like
accident.
veteran, first responders.
Yeah, for
police.
those who don't know what the 3% is, that actually stands for the 3% of the population that served and stood up during the Revolutionary War. And to this day, it's usually roughly around between 3 and 7% of people. Who
Oh, timer just went off.
serve, with a 10% overall. But yeah, so.
All right.
And that last one hurt on the gifted chicken, by the way, if you get one of those T-shirts.
What?
That can hurt. It's hurtful.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about giftedchicken.com.
Yeah,
it's
that's-
based right here in North Texas. It's
Yeah.
veteran owned and operated for
Yeah.
all your beard, bath, and
Yeah,
body
so basically, you buy from any veteran company, you're just supporting.
needs. You're just supporting extremism
you're
and
providing-
violence.
So all
extremism.
those people get put on the list.
Well, we haven't seen the list yet, but I'm sure there are lists. There's probably different lists of different
Hold
levels
on.
of lists.
Hold on.
It's me.
It's me.
Yeah, so pretty much by this estimate of this list that they did, probably upwards of 2/3 of the population is going to be on a list.
Yeah. All right. So y'all ready to do the go back here?
Yeah, we're going to go blue moon to
blue moon to the
backbone.
backbone. We're gonna go from the moon up to the backbone,
Backbone sounds like a really bad dude.
or a really good time. It goes back really well too.
These pair very well together.
They really do. Both directions you can.
This is one of the only ones that we've ever had that literally going back and forth wasn't like
Yeah.
completely nasty.
I might have to recant slightly that it feels more like, it tastes more like IPA than just because when you
Naturally.
go back to back, you can tell. But
Well-
no, it's still mostly IPA.
All right, so what who you guys as the winner? Who you picking as the winner?
That's a tough one, man. I mean, it really is a tough one.
I already got mine.
So, based on Belgian style beers, I'm going to have to go with Blue Moon.
Beers, Belgian style beers.
Beers.
Beers with an S.
So you're gonna go Blue Moon?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go Blue Moon just because it fits more of the model of if you've ever had any other Belgian beers, this fits more into that
Have
Belgian
you had
style.
a beer in Belgium?
I have not.
Then you are basing your assumptions on what you think.
66% of the people in this room have not had a beer in Belgium.
33% of the people in this room are awesome. All right,
Says 33% of the people in this room.
All right, Morals, who you got as a winner here?
I'm going Blue Moon, partially because of what Rooster said, and partially because I'm just a fan of Blue Moon. I have been. I'm not a hoppy person.
I've known you for a while, and you've never been a very hoppy person.
No bitter beer face for me.
Bitter beer
Well,
face.
I guess then Blue Moon wins because I distinctly chose the Devil's Backbone. And the reason why is that to me it seems like it has like more of a spice flavor to it. It still has the essence of a Belgian ale, but it's not one of those that we've had so much over the past 20, 30 years that, yeah, it's a Blue Moon. That's kind of like saying, yeah, it's a Bud Light. Yeah, it's a Miller Lite. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those that, to me, just because of the fact that you never have it that often, you don't see it that often.
Yeah.
The fact that, if I had to come in and choose one of the two, well, I always know what a Blue Moon tastes like.
Well,
I would go with the Devil's Backbone.
I would say that I wanted to like Devil's Backbone more. The artwork is cool.
And it's not bad.
The
by any
alcohol's
means.
higher. But again, it's kind of like when we did the funky beers, the pickle and the bacon. They were both not awesome.
Yeah, but there was also another one that we did too
Or the strawberry ones.
They were both good, but in the essence of a strawberry.
Yeah, in the essence of the comparison of what it's supposed to be.
So I get what
Blue
you're
Moon
saying.
captures more of the Belgian style
I
beer.
understand what you're saying, but let me tell you why that's wrong. Okay, it's wrong because the 33% yelled louder, and it's wrong, and you should feel.
So
bad.
you're a Democrat at this point.
You know what? You're starting to talk to me like an extremist. You're an extremist.
Sorry.
All right, Cluckheads. You've been tuning into episode 57 of Whiskey and Wine with the Rooster and the Madman and the Morals. So remember, in a world full of chickens, be a rooster. You're listening to the Whiskey and Wine. Thanks for tuning in to Whiskey and Wine with the Rooster and the Madman, where you can catch brand new episodes every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Deep Dallas Radio on Locked and Loaded with DJ Shane Guns.
Special thanks to our sponsor, GiftedChicken.com, home to all your beard, bath, and body care needs. Veteran owner-operator right here in North Texas. Remember to pick up a bottle of Overlord's Dungeon Oil. It's 100% all natural coconut oil.
Leaves you prickly on the insides.